Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here with some exciting news, and by now I'm sure that it's old news to most of you, but I don't care. I'm going to talk about it anyway because it makes me very excited, and it is the fact that Ruger just bought Marlin. So, I'm sure a lot of you know that Remington, or Freedom Group, which owns Remington and Marlin and all these other brands that have pretty much gone downhill lately in the last decade or so. They're going under. They filed for bankruptcy for the second time, I believe, and it's for various reasons. A lot of it has to do with quality control and the fact that their products have gone downhill, and they just have very bad customer service and lawsuits and all different kinds of things. And anyway, Freedom Group has filed for bankruptcy, and they're selling off their brands. So Palmetto State Armory, or the parent company of Palmetto State Armory, got Remington Ammunition, and then like Sierra got Barnes or something, and I don't know, there was like 4 or 5 different companies, brands anyway, that were bought by different companies. And the biggest one, I think, is that Ruger bought Marlin. They put it out today on Instagram and probably on Facebook that they said that Marlin as a brand and their 150 years under their belt was too good of an opportunity to pass up, because they're such a great company, they're such a great brand that a lot of people really, really like, and their guns, they're mostly lever actions, are guns that Ruger does not currently offer, and Ruger hasn't offered a lever action in a very long time, and they've never offered a tube-fed lever action. In fact, I can only think of one tube-fed gun that they ever made, and that was the 44 carbine semi-automatic, which is a good gun. But they really don't make tube-fed guns. They make mag-fed guns. So this is just a great opportunity for Ruger, and it makes me very excited because Ruger and Marlin are 2 of my favorite companies. As you all know, I have a lot of guns in my collection, and probably a half to 2/3 of all my guns are made by one of 3 companies: Ruger, Marlin, and then Mossberg is the 3rd company. But Mossberg is their own brand and own company. But the fact that basically my first favorite gun company saved my second favorite gun company from going under just tells you how good of a gun company Ruger is. And it just makes me very, very happy that they bought Marlin at auction so that they don't go under. Now, there are several other companies that were saved from going under. I don't really know what is going on with Remington arms, like Remington guns, but their ammunition is supposedly saved by Palmetto State Armory. And quite honestly, guys, I could care less about what happens with Remington firearms. Now, they do still have the 870, which I think is good. They do still have the 700, and they might have a handful of other guns that I think are good guns. But their quality has gone downhill, and a lot of their new offerings that they've brought to the table, they've had a lot of problems, like the R51 and whatever. I think they had like that 9mm. I think that had some problems with it as well. Just along with the problems that they've had with even their main guns, like even their 870s and their 700s over the years and in the past even. They just had a lot of problems, and I've heard they've had very bad customer service. And I don't own a lot of Remingtons. I don't necessarily plan on owning a lot of Remingtons, especially new Remingtons. I like the older stuff that isn't necessarily offered anymore. But as far as new stuff, I don't care for it as much as I do with Ruger and Marlin and Mossberg and maybe even some other gun companies, which is why I don't have very many Remingtons. So I'm not sure if Remington itself as a gun company is going to be saved. Maybe someone will buy it. The problem is you got gun companies that they don't necessarily want to buy guns by gun companies that make the same types of guns that they already make. So like Remington is probably not going to be bought out by Mossberg because they're like direct competitors with each other in the shotgun world and even the rifle world, but mostly the shotgun world. And I don't really know a whole lot of other gun companies that would buy Remington. Maybe Smith & Wesson. That's probably the only American gun company that I can think of that would buy out the Remington brand name. But, you know, we'll see. Everything might not be out in the open yet. So, anyway, long story short, I'm super excited that Ruger is buying out Marlin to save them from going under, and the Marlin lever actions and other Marlin firearms alike will continue to be made in the future. So that makes me really, really happy, and I'm really, really excited. So that's it for that video. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.